Hey, what's legendary gamers? This is Jimmy from Video Gamers Legends. Now today we are going to be talking about the topic, did Sony make the right choice of scrapping the sequel to Days Gone? Or do you think it was smart for them to go... Hey, what's legendary gamers? This is Jimmy from Video Gamers Legend. Hey, what's legendary gamers? This is Jimmy from Video Gamers Legends. We are discussing the topic today. Is Sony making the right choice of scrapping the sequel to Days Gone and going with the remake of The Last of Us for PS5? Let's get into it. And welcome back. Now, if you enjoy all things gaming, from game hunting to gaming pickups, if you like seeing a couple fat guys talk about that kind of stuff, please hit that subscribe button if you have not seen our channel yet. Also, hit the notification bell so you get prompted on all the videos we have to upload here to come. Now, if you like this video at the end, please smash that like button. It really does help. And now, I've been dabbling in this topic. I'm really excited to talk about it for about the last 2 weeks. I've been on Twitter, seeing all the tweets about it. I've watched YouTube channels and other content creators like Solid Rev. I think he's one of the most real gaming channels out there. I'm not affiliated with him in any at all, but he did mention this topic, so I just want to throw that out there. Now, before I do start, there will be some spoilers about these games if you haven't played them before. I have to mention those spoilers to get my points across, to get my fumes going. So I'm really excited though, so let's dive right into it. We'll talk about The Last of Us first, okay? This game originally came out on the PS3 in 2013. Now, I was spoiled. I played this version of the game in 2014 or 15. I believe I played it in 2015, but it might have came out in 2014, the remastered version. Let me know in the comments below if I'm wrong on that. But anyway, I was spoiled. I played this version first. Absolutely amazing. Could be Naughty Dog's best game of all time. They are an amazing developer. One of the best, probably one of the best, arguably, of a story in a video game of all time. Great visuals, great gameplay. Just a great game all around. Absolutely loved it. And I know a lot of thousands upon thousands adore this game. Now, the thing is, there's a lot of controversy with The Last of Us 2. And this is where the arguments could come into realism here. You could say, well, a lot of people could say, well, you know, maybe we should get a sequel to Days Gone 2 if you played or Days Gone, maybe a Days Gone 2 if you played the game before, because, you know, we really like this game, and, you know, there's some controversy with The Last of Us 2. Maybe the third one won't be that good. Obviously, they're going to make a third one, but that controversy has to go with the main character. His name is Joel. Obviously, if you already know, if you played the game, he's in the original game when him and Ellie go on this long adventure. He is killed off in The Last of Us Part 2, 2 hours into the game. Now, a lot of gamers were very upset about this. They were upset at Naughty Dog as a developer, and they were actually being attacked online a lot. I know a lot of people despise the game because of this fact, because this happened. You know, I was mortified as well. You know, I'm going to tell you, being invested in the series, I was mortified, and being invested in the character of Joel and Ellie, the characters of Joel and Ellie. But for what it is, even though that controversial part did happen, and other parts of that game, you could say, with Abby being a lead role, you know, a lot of people didn't get into her character, things like that. For what it is, you gotta respect the game, because it is still an amazing game for what it is. Probably arguably the best visuals on PS4 of a game ever made, other than Ghost of Tsushima. But now, mind you, both those games were made at the end of the PS4's life cycle. Some of the best fighting mechanics you'll play in any game you've played up till today. and it did win Game of the Year in 2020. So, I mean, you gotta give it props for what it is. And that's how I feel about it. Even though I do like the original Last of Us better, this is still an amazing game, okay? Now, the reason why, and it's simple, the reason why, and I haven't even said it yet, Sony is going with the remake for The Last of Us first, other than making a sequel for Days Gone, turning down that pitch from Ben Studios, because it is the moneymaker. They know it's going to make them more money than this game. Okay? It's simple. That's what it comes down to. Naughty Dog, you could say, is probably, arguably, Sony's best developer. Let's be real here. And for some reason, Sony has this frame of mind where every AAA title that they make has to be put on like a pedestal. It's almost like if the game is not like a creme de la creme of an amazing game on Metacritic or reviews or anything like that, they're gonna fall off from it. We'll talk about Days Gone now. Okay. So unfortunately with this game, it was originally supposed to come out in 2018. I don't remember what month, but 2018, I do know that. But I do know that it came out in April of 2019. So it was pushed back and it was pushed back. Now, when I first played it, it was a buggy mess. I had to put it down. There were a lot of bugs in the game, so a lot of gamers were upset about that. Now, and then when it did come out in 2019, it competed with other IPs like Resident Evil 2 Remake came out in April 2019. That's an amazing zombie game as well, so it has that to compete. Sekiro and other IPs that I can't remember off the top of my head right now. But I had to put it down, and it actually was in my backlog until last summer, if that tells you anything. But it is a very good game. That's the thing. Personally, I feel it's a very underrated game. I believe it has a Metacritic score of 71. It's very mediocre, but like I said before, Sony has to have a creme de la creme score. I believe these ones are far higher. I don't know off the top of my head what these two are, but they're far higher than that. So, I could understand why Sony is making the decision to shoot Ben Studios down to make a sequel at this time. Now, let me tell you too, just because they're shut it down now doesn't mean Sony's not going to do it in the future. And we've seen this before. They're making the remake of this first, I personally believe, because it's the right decision right now. But back to Days Gone. Days Gone is, personally, to me, a great game. You play it, the story is not anything breakable or anything, unbelievable, I would say. I used the wrong word there. But, you play it, you do get invested in the characters. It's got a pretty good, solid story. And the map, it starts out really big and really great. And, find out that there's zombie hordes that you have to fight, which is really awesome. And the mechanics they're decent. They're not the best to throw around there, but they're fun. But my favorite part, and a lot of gamers talk about, so I want to mention it here, you get to the second part of the map and it really opens up and it becomes more challenging and the story gets better towards the end of the game. And that's what I think really makes the game. And they did fix a lot of those bugs. By the time I played it, there were patches and they did fix the game. So I could understand why a lot of gamers are upset, and they do want a sequel to be made for it. But I eventually think it's going to come out anyway. I think Sony's just doing the smart thing. They know that Naughty Dog is their best developer, arguably one of their best developers, and they're making a game first that is going to be, they know is going to be a moneymaker. You think Sony is a video game industry is dumb? They know what they're doing. And I'll tell you right now, people are upset about the risk-taking of killing off Joel. You got to talk about The Last of Us, the original. A lot of people don't talk about this. From the beginning of the series, if you've been invested in it, Naughty Dog did take a risk by killing off Joel's daughter, Sarah, for the original Last of Us 10 minutes into the game. Sleep on that. Remember that. She was killed, but nobody thought about it because it was a new IP. So basically, as a gamer, the topic in the discussion comes down to this. Do you want, as a gamer, an amazing remake to be made for PS5, which in The Last of Us as an IP will be an amazing game and an amazing remake? Or do you want a sequel? Do you want a new game for a mediocre title that you may love like I do? It's honestly probably in my top 10 zombie games of all time now. I love this game. But we all know that this is a better game right now than this game. And that's why. That's the single reason why. They're going with the moneymaker. And I'll tell you what, too. I'm going to end it by saying this. Just think about this. Really think hard. This game, The Last of Us Remake, completely redone, on PS5, 4K HDR visuals, 60 FPS, maybe even 120 FPS. You bet your ass I'm buying that day one. You bet your ass I'm buying the special edition, full entendre, $120. You name it. I will buy a PS5 just to play the remake of this game. Now, I only own the Xbox Series X right now, and I've been enjoying that game, or that system. But I love that console. I love all video games. So eventually I will get the PS5, but you bet your ass I will be buying that day one. And the thing is Sony is stubborn. Sony knows that. And that is the reason why. That's why I personally believe Naughty Dog can do no wrong as a developer in Sony's eyes, and this game right here is the moneymaker. So if you agree with me, let me know in the comments below. If you totally think I'm full of crap, also leave in the comments below. Let's get a discussion on this topic. As always, guys, peace out. We'll see you for the next one. And remember, always keep gaming legendary.